channel, guys. Today we are going to be doing your August reading. Like I said, I don't know if you caught the last reading, but I have been having trouble with recording, so I'll have to do this live. So we're going to take it sign by sign, do a reading about what you can expect for the upcoming month. It is currently 2022, but if this reading find you later, then so be it. But I hope you guys are all happy and healthy. I hope that you're living your best lives. I hope that you wake up with a smile on your face and yeah, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hey girl, hey, hello. Welcome to the party. Since you're first in, what is your sign? And we can start with your sign and go from there. Gotta get Nana. Andrea, hello! Dang it! Okay, well, that's okay. Well, we will catch up. But I'm happy that you stopped by and said hello. Hi! Y'all, everybody, I love her. She's one of my favorite people. Yes, we do. Hey, girl. Hey, my little sister. She's supposed to be asleep right now, so I don't know why she's in this chat, but hello. But Taurus. Okay, cool. We get to start off with Taurus. Represent Taurus. Yay. All right, so let's go. Let's see what's going on for our Taurus energies. I might have to fight with these glasses. These glasses always give me an issue. I don't know where my other glasses are. Hello. Hi, welcome. We are currently starting off with Taurus. I might go ahead and take these glasses off, guys. But if I take these glasses off, I might not be able to see the comments, so bear with me when I look like that. But they're already giving me a headache, so I don't know where my other glasses are. All right, Taurus. Give me a second while I pre-shuffle, and then we'll get into it. But ignore my squinting, ignore my not being able to see, because your girl can't see. My eyesight is trash, so. Alrighty, let's get into it. So starting off with our Taurus sun. Let's get into it. Okay. Alright, so Taurus. So we're starting off with the Four of Pentacles. The Eight of Swords. Okay, the Four of Wands. So we have 2 twos here. So that could be significant, 22. Right off the rip, I'm definitely getting Taurus that there's a fear to get out of your comfort zone. I hate to say it like that. Who wants to be, oh, Taurus, get out your comfort zone? But let's look into why that is. But these cards are definitely giving very much not wanting to step outside the bounds, having to be decisive about something. And this could be something's telling me that maybe it's about moving, relocation with the Four of Wands here. For some of you, it could be a conversation that you've been wanting to have. There's a period, and this has been going on for a long time is what I'm getting. Some of you have been in a situation for a long time, but it's comfortable for you, so you've stayed in it, and now it's the time to be like, I don't want to be in this situation anymore, but if I do leave this situation, I'm gonna have to stick up for myself. I'm gonna have to stand up for myself. So of course, let's build the rest of the spread. But I'm getting that energy somewhat. Look at this. Boom. I might not be able to see, but I can see, you know, third eye working hard. So we're starting off with the Wheel of Fortune in the middle of the spread, followed by none other than the Ten of Swords. So you have 2 twos and 2 tens. That tells me that this could be ending of relationships, partnerships. In particular, you could be dealing with an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, but doesn't have to be. All right, let's get 3 more cards for Taurus, please, Spirit, to see what is going on for them in August. The Ten of Pentacles, the Two of Cups. Wow. All right, Taurus. Excuse me. This is pretty open and shut, honestly. So we'll dig into it. So starting off here with the Ten of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and ending with the Five of Pentacles. So really just hashing out what I was saying earlier. I do feel like there's a relationship here, Taurus. There's some partnership. It doesn't have to be romantic. For some of you, it really could be romantic, but for a lot of you, it could also just be relocating or having to forge new relationships that you're not used to or that you haven't had to before. And so now you're in this position where you have to let something go. You have to end something in order to get what you want. For some of you, and this could be quite specific, you've been alone for a long time. You've been by yourself for a long time. You've been cocooned in for a long time. You haven't allowed other relationships. You haven't allowed other people, but there's a bit of desire to reconnect. We're at the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Swords. So it does look like, Taurus, the August is going to be about social. It's going to be about a social month. Either you're ending relationships, so you can get the relationships that you truly want, or you're ending your cycle and your period of loneliness, and you're meeting new people. You're meeting up to 2 to 3 people. Hey girl, hey, hey, sorry I don't have my glasses, so I can only glance. Watching 2019 Virgo. Oh, hey, welcome to 2022. Thank you. 19. Boom. Anyways. How much has changed since 2019, right? But yeah, Taurus, there's just this energy here of ending a cycle of loneliness, stepping out of your comfort zones, particularly when it comes to your social life in some way, either entering into new relationships or exiting relationships. That is going to bring you a lot of peace and excitement. Next, okay, I'll do Virgo. I'll do Virgo next. We'll just stick with the earth signs, and then yeah, go through that to keep it a little organized. So let me see. Yeah, so I really do encourage you, Taurus, August overall, to get out of your comfort zone. Seriously, go explore, go see new people. You know, of course, monitor your health. You know, we don't know, COVID is still kind of around and all the other stuff now. Monkeypox. Can you get it through clothes? I'm not spreading rhetoric. I have not kept up with it because I can't. But if you're one of those people who's genuinely concerned about your health, take that into consideration. You know, I don't want to give advice and you're like, girl, there's all kinds of stuff flying around. Fine. But if you're willing to go out, if you're willing to socialize, if you're willing to meet new people, August is going to be really important for you to do that, particularly if you've been feeling super lonely for a long time and you haven't been able to connect with anyone. This is your time to connect with somebody, Taurus. If you've been connected to someone and you know that it's time to go, you know that there's better for you, this is the time to disconnect so you can welcome that other energy in. So let me see. That finances could be pretty good this month, Taurus. Save, really don't overspend, especially if you end up getting a little extra money than you thought. I would keep that money away for safekeeping. Start saving a little bit with the Four of Pentacles here, but in that money could make you something in the long run. It could be a good time for investments if you've been considering that, because I do see a lot of fortunate decisions when it comes to your finances. So that's kind of the other side of it too. So really taking a good look at your finances, particularly if you've had a lot of issues before. So I'm also getting kind of with your outer world. There's been issues or finances have been really tight. You're actually going to be leaving that cycle, Taurus. Yay, congratulations. But now's not the time to go crazy spending, right? So you might end up with a little bit more money than you had before. Don't go blow it on a Birkin. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Hang in there before you go buck wild. Look at that, the Nine of Pentacles. I do think that money is going to be very good for you this month, Taurus. That's lovely. The Page of Wands, and one more card for overall advice. The Queen of Wands. Okay, so you're really taking care of your business. You're really standing out. However it resonates with you with this Queen of Wands. She's very attractive, attracting what she wants, attracting people, attracting things, attracting jobs, attracting wealth, attracting income, attracting abundance. Okay, so you're very, very attractive in bringing things towards you. Again, she can be happy single, and she can be happy when it comes to being on the prowl. So it depends on what you're looking at from there. It's going to be different for everybody. But that's really what I'm getting overall, Taurus. So super exciting reading, super duper exciting. I hope that resonated. I think that this is going to be a lovely August for you. You know, the five of cups is popping out, and this is the only like heavier card I'm seeing at the bottom of the deck. And this is just a reminder to like let bygones be bygones. Let things go so you can get to that Two of Cups behind you, so you can get the relationships that you want, so you can get the partnerships that you want. But yeah, don't worry about it too much because you're good. So overall, thumbs up for Taurus when it comes to August 2022 at this time, or August whenever this video finds you. So that's pretty exciting. Understanding, should I leave these cards now or should I? I'm going to throw them back in. Okay, sorry. I just had to think about how I was going to do that. All right, so now we're going to move on to our Virgos. Hello, Virgos. Hello. Love us some Virgos. Let's see what's going on for the month of August. What can you expect? I get so hot when I start channeling, like especially it's funny because I do personal calls all day and I don't necessarily get so hot, but like anytime I'm recording in front of the camera, I'm like, so I just start sweating. So I apologize if you're seeing that. I can't see myself because I'm blind as of that, but let's get into it. All right, let's see. What can we expect for Virgos of this upcoming month? All right. These cards fell out. I'm going to take note of them. Definitely resonates. Yay, thank you. I'm happy that it resonates. Good luck. It's going to be a wonderful month for you. So I'm seeing this, Virgos. Thank you. I'm seeing this, Virgos. We're going to talk about this later. That came out really quickly, but something's telling me that there could be something in your workspace, some like you're overburdened or you feel like you're restricted, like you want to go somewhere but you can't quite go. You feel a little stuck, but the ambition is there. It's like the drive to get out and to move forward is there, but reality is just preventing you from kind of taking that next step. So let's see when the cards actually come out. 3. Okay. Yeah, someone's telling me to cut the deck and just do it out. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, Virgo. So bottom of the deck we have the King of Wands. But let's go through the cards. So we have the Page of Swords, 3 of Swords. Okay. A little bit heavier. Hey, Ace of Wands. Awesome. We love to see it. The Sun. We super love to see it. Oh, I'm so excited. The Ace of Cups, Virgo, the Devil. We're going to get into it. I'm not worried about it, especially this seems very sexual. Sorry. If that's not what you're here for, that's what we're going to get into. But this seems more sexual than like the Devil. But let's keep going before I run my mouth. We got the 3 of Cups here. This is awesome. The 8 of Cups. And then finally we have the Queen of Swords again. So you're kind of mirroring that energy from Taurus, and it makes sense. Earth signs, birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, that's how you say that. Okay, so Virgos. All right, let's get into it. So I love this. I actually really like this reading. It seems like you're certainly walking away from things that have kept you bound up. Starting off here with the 3 of Swords, showing you the 3 of Swords to the 8 of Cups, you're walking away from something. Something is ending. And I feel like with the Sun card and the Devil card, it just feels like things have been holding you back. Things have just been putting so much pressure on you. And finally, you're starting to see this out. You're being inspired. You're being like, you're certainly being inspired with this Page of Swords, the Ace of Wands. Very creative. A lot of you, you know, you might not know this, but you're feeling quite sensual, especially with the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You know, this is quite a sensual king. He likes to be touched, and he likes to touch things. So I do feel like you have some secret admirers. If you're not actively like this, I do think that there's at least one person who's very strongly attracted to you. I think it's more than one, to be honest. I can see up to 3, to be honest, especially with the 3 of Cups here. There's a few people that are attracted to you. But they want to move something forward. Like they genuinely want to get to know you on an intimate level. Here's the thing. Queen of Swords. I know that this might not be a love reading. I'll try to read it for something else, but for right now, this is kind of the energy that I'm picking up on. You know, be free. You know what I'm saying? Don't think about it too hard. Don't think about it too much. The King of Wands and the Queen of the King of Wands and the Queen of Swords are actually extremely compatible because it's fire and air. Fire and air complement one another. But I feel like in this case with the Queen of Swords here, you have to be careful. You have to make sure that you're actually looking at the person that you're dealing with. Just because somebody is more passionate or more sexual in nature and more sexual in their expression or physical touch is their love language, that does not mean that that's all that they want from you. So I want to tell you to be careful, Virgos, because I know a lot of Virgos. I love Virgos. Everybody's on this channel knows that I love me some Virgos. Everybody knows that. But here's the thing. Sometimes Virgos, their perception can sometimes cloud what's happening because they think it should happen this way. They can shut down people without realizing it. So just because somebody can be a little bit more passionate and overall expressive, that does not mean, no, I have not done Pisces. But just because somebody's a little bit more sexually expressive, that doesn't inherently mean that they just want sex from you. That just happens to be what they lead with. So be patient. Make sure that you're keeping the open dialogue. Make sure that you're being, you know, free, that you're not just coming in with all these expectations and counting them out. Get to know these people because you might be surprised at how compatible you are. But I definitely feel like there's some secret admirer energy of people who are very much drawn to you, very much attracted to you, want to have a good time with you. They want to go out. They want to have drinks. They want to kick it. They're not just trying to get you drunk to sleep with you. No, it's none of that. They like having a good time, and they would love for you to be the person on their arm. So that's something to consider. So some of you guys, I really do feel like you're leaving a cycle. You might be walking into this month a little heartbroken. Where are your mods? Mods. Oh, I don't have mods. I don't know what that. I don't know what those are. I'm just here on live doing this. Um, but what was I trying to say? The Ace of Wands, the Devil, the Queen of Swords. Um, oh yeah, some of you guys might be stepping into August a little heartbroken. You might be upset about something that didn't work out your way, or just things not quite gelling. But here's the catch: it actually gets a lot better. There actually is a lot of newness and opportunity. So by the time August ends up, excuse me, truly rolling around and ending, I do think that your social life is going to pick up, especially with the Sun card and the Three of Cups. We are going to be in Western Leo season, sidereal Cancer season. So I do picture that there is going to be a lot of outings for you guys. So you're just going to be invited to certain things. There's going to be a lot of celebration, things to be happy about, and this is going to be the opportunity for you to meet some other people. So it does feel like August, especially for earth signs, seems to be focused on social energy, interacting with other people, which is pretty exciting. um so don't waste that, because we don't always get these opportunities, especially the older that we get. Sometimes it gets harder to mix and mingle. But I do, people say, oh, college is the best time of your life, and I think that it is great, but what does that say about the majority of your life? Don't just let your younger years and your youth pass you by and you're not still actively meeting people and greeting people. I still think that you can be older and make new friends and make new connections. You just have to be willing to do that. So I do imagine that you should definitely put yourself out there, Virgo, if you get invited to things this month. Social things, not work things. It can be work, social, but seriously, grab some drinks, go out, let your hair down, have fun. You'll be surprised at what comes towards you. You'll be surprised at who's attracted to you. So it is time for you to walk away and get out of certain things. Others of you definitely could be looking at your friendship circle more deeply. So you could have had, I'm getting a little bit, you could have had some tough words with friends. You could have had learned some secrets about friends, or heard some gossip about friends, and all of these different things. So some of you could be looking at your friendships through a little bit more of a critical lens. Nothing wrong with that. I don't necessarily see like a big fallout, but I can see a little bit of a rift with the Three of Swords to the Queen of Swords. So just make sure that you are remaining grounded. If you see somebody that you considered a friend and they're really not a friend, and you're just like, golly, we don't have anything in common. I really don't like you. We need to part ways. Go for it. But if you're just agitated because of other things that are happening, and then you and your friend have a falling out, make sure that you really look at that friendship and be like, is it worth is it worth leaving it for? Really value the people that are around you. I know I've talked to a couple Virgos who kind of run into this issue, so it's interesting that I'm picking up on this a little bit. But overall, August looks like it has the potential, depending on how you decide to handle this Three of Swords, really fun, exhilarating month for you, full of adventure and meeting new people, if you allow it to be. So let's go ahead and see three more cards for advice. So we got the Two of Swords, the High Priestess. Oh wow, you got a few. The Eight of Wands, okay. And then the Hermit card and the Page of Cups. So definitely a secret admirer. Definitely a secret admirer. Expect some type of communication. Somebody either wants to offer an apology. It could be a friend. It could be, or something romantic. I mean, you might not see this coming. And again, you might not even take this person seriously, Virgo. But remain open. I do see every time I see the High Priestess and the Eight of Wands combination, that means Spirit is definitely trying to communicate with you and guide you. So you're going to be very perceptive in August about 222s, 333s, 444s, 1111s, and even random number combinations. If you see 1043 over and over and over again, look up that number. It doesn't have to be like a straight number. It can be, they can mix and match, and they all have meanings. Each number has a vibration, so look it up. But just this month, and it could be, hey, go out, hey, you need to be at Whole Foods right now, and you're like, I need to go to Whole Foods, and you go to Whole Foods, meeting somebody. So just listen to your intuition. Don't question it too much. Go forward. Again, be kind with your words, be kind with others. If a friend wants to apologize to you and you really consider this person a friend, let them apologize. If you yourself need to apologize to a friend, then apologize to them. Keep lines of communication open. Follow your gut. Don't fight it, is really what I'm getting. And look at this, the Nine of Cups. You end up on a really happy note of satisfaction. So a lot of fun, and a lot of stuff from the fulfillment. And there's the King of Wands again. So Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Capricorn energy kind of popping up there. So that's what I got for Virgo. So staying in the Earth family, we're going to move to Capricorns, and then I saw Pisces. So then after that, we will move into Pisces. But let's go ahead and do. I have some Capricornian stuff. The Seven of Pentacles. I didn't even touch the deck, and that card literally flew. So let's go ahead and see what's going on for our Capricorns for the month of August. Hello, guys. Please keep in mind if I don't say hi to your comment, I took my glasses off and I cannot see. So I'm having to like lean in and do this little number right here. But if I miss it, I apologize in advance. But thank you guys so much for joining me. Yeah, Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn, I feel like yours is going to be pretty straightforward because your energy's all over this. It looks like you're focused on work. Some of you could have either gotten a new job, or you're looking to get another job, or you're starting another job, or you're looking at school, something. It just feels very structured. It feels very Capricornian. So let's go ahead and look into it. 3. The Ace of Pentacles. I can't make this up. So yeah, some of you guys are getting another job, you're starting school, you're getting structured. Look at this, the Judgment card flashing at the bottom of the deck. So there is there's opportunity here, Capricorn. So we're just going to keep shuffling like this because that came out. It's like I have something to say. Yep, the 4 of Cups. So definitely offer the 4 of Wands. Hey, 44, we love to see it. That's a angel protection and all the other stuff too. So you're definitely protected. Have the King of Cups here, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. The 5 of Cups, and the Star card, the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, somebody, I don't think that this is your energy, Capricorn. I definitely feel like this is somebody's energy outside of yours, kind of like Virgo. So I'm trying to keep all the earths together because the signs tend to move together. So it does feel like you, kind of like Virgo, excuse me, are dealing with somebody who feels bad about what they did or what they said. Somebody misses you deeply, and they want to connect. We have Aquarius represented here, but they want to reconnect to you. They feel very bad about how they've treated you emotionally. Definitely feels like a masculine energy. One more card, please, Spirit. Not 50,000, please. Okay, and we're off. Another 4. Wow. Oh man, I didn't see. So these cards fell out and it was 3 and I thought it was 1. So who's the silly one now? All right, anyways. The 8 of Swords represented here, the 5 of Pentacles. And we have the 2 of Wands and the 4 of Swords. So there's quite a bit to unpack. The 8 of Pentacles. All right, so work is definitely a theme. I do think that you're starting off a new job. It does look like your work life might be really good this month in August. It might look like you're adjusting into it stuff. You might be nervous. You might feel like there's a strong learning curve, or that you don't necessarily fit in, or that it might not be the right case. But I do feel like with the 8 of Swords here and the 5 of Cups, that's a feeling. I don't think that that's necessarily true. So just try to remain positive. Don't be so hard on yourself in your work this month, Capricorn of August, because I do feel like it's your brain that could be playing tricks on you. I think that you're more than fine, especially with the Star card here. So don't worry about it. Now, that could be, a little facetious, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. It does look like it'll be fine. It's going to work out delightfully in your favor. I do want to say your social life, your love life, or your partnerships, friendships could be a little tough, especially with the King of Cups and the 5 of Cups being in the middle of your reading. It does look like there's a little bit of emotional, not unfulfillment, but yeah, I guess unfulfillment. There's emotional stagnancy, and it's causing you some type of stress. So the best thing that I can say, Capricorn, is don't stress over things that you can't control. Remain open, right? The Star card is here, which means there's an opportunity for healing, especially if you feel like you've been girl love life. So it definitely feels like you have been in a situation where it's time to heal certain patterns, time to heal certain things. I can say for sure, Capricorn, somebody feels bad for what they've done. Somebody feels like it's changed. Will it change? Somebody feels as if they want to. I'm debating if they're going to apologize. I don't know if they will, but they want to heal the situation. And I say some people aren't great at apologizing, but they're really good to try to come back in and just not necessarily a rug, but just try to act differently, you know, or whatever. So it could be some of that. As far as life, will it change? I think that it's going to take some time with these last two cards here, the Two of Wands to the Four of Swords. It's going to take some time. The Spirit wants you to be focused on something else. Look at this, the Ten of Pentacles. So yes, there could be long-term relationships, long-term commitments in your future, but now it's just not the right time. I really do think that you're meant to be focusing more on work. You're meant to be focusing more on structure, routine. I know that that probably sounds very Capricorn, like, you know, it's very boring, like who wants to do that? But I do think that there's some things that you know that you want to do, that there's some ambitions that you know you want to accomplish. There's some goals that you have set that now is the time for you to start working on those, and that should be your priority. Your love life will match you when the time comes. I think you of all signs know that better than a lot of the other signs. You're willing to wait, you're willing to put in work, but perhaps because of just feeling lonely and feeling isolated and all this stuff, it's just weighing on you a lot heavier. But the things is oh no, okay, sorry. But you want to be able to put yourself in a position to where you can truly thrive. So that's kind of what I'm getting right now. And then to see, you know, because you're moving towards calmer waters. Yeah, the Three of Wands. There's just so much better for you on the other end. So August, quite honestly, might not be the most happening month for you Capricorns, at least from what I'm getting on my end. But it's not a bad month by any means. It's just telling you to keep your head up and keep moving forward. Do not get stuck this month with negative thoughts, negative cycles, and just too much pressure. Try to keep it easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. Try to keep it light. Try to remain open to different experiences. If you have opportunity to travel, to get away for a weekend, you should definitely do that. You know, just get out of your routine, get out of your little comfort zone. But congratulations on a new job opportunity if that affects you. Congratulations on school if that affects you. But yeah, this month I would highly recommend that you kind of separate your personal life from your work life, put more energy into your work life, and you'll be surprised at how your love life changes, okay? So that's what I'm getting for our Capricorns. Thank you for joining me. So now we're going to move into Pisces and our water signs. So that's how we're breaking this up. Pisces. My Taurus guy won't choose. Yeah, men they take so long. You know, they take so long to choose anything. I've learned. So here's what I can say. Don't take it personally. You know, don't take it personally. Men just, I don't know what goes through their heads. I do. I've learned a lot more about men. But, ooh. Yeah, I'm sorry. But I can say if you live your life, and it sounds so cheesy, and I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, don't get into a relationship. Relationships are not waste time. I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm a life path number 6. My Venus is in Pisces. I am love all the time. However, I've learned that, you know, the more that you're operating in yourself, men will come back. If they're for you, they'll always come back. And the more that you're independent and detaching your energy and living your best life and doing what you got to do, oof, that's the best perfume you can have on. That's the most attractive thing that you can do. And the best thing about it is, like, you forget about them. You forget about them a little bit. So it's easier said than done. I get to sit over here on my high horse. It's easier said than done. All right, so let's go into Pisces. Okay, so Pisces, I just pulled this. I'm not going to take them, but I see them. So you have the Ace of Wands and the Death card. So this is for Pisces. Sorry if anybody ends up doing the timestamps. This is for Pisces. So this is telling me that there is definitely a new beginning, a fresh start here. We love that. I like that combination. Again, very sexually charged combination with the Death card, that 8th house energy. So you could be having kind of like a, people say Kundalini awakening and they just kind of throw it out there, but you could have like a really passionate moment. Ooh, King of Pentacles. So that could be an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Or it could be like a very new beginning to an existing relationship, if you kind of know who I'm talking about. So, but it feels like SEX is certainly a part of that. So let's look into the rest of let's look into the spread and kind of see what that means. Ooh, Lord. Okay. Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck right now. Let's go ahead and look. You had a whole bunch of cards fly. So we're starting off with the High Priestess to the Seven of Swords. Interesting. So Pisces energy represented here. Seven of Swords. We have the Hierophant, the King of Cups, the Queen of Swords in the middle of the deck. Wow, the King of Wands. Oh my gosh, there's so many cooks in the kitchen, and you got all 9 cards. The Two of Wands. Woo! So this looks like it's a love reading right now, Pisces. Again, I'll try to look at it for work, but right now it looks like it's more of romantic. Oh, what am I talking about? The Ace of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. You guys know I'm open. Now, whatever Spirit has to say, that's what we talk about here. So I try not to be too specific when it comes to these general readings, but this does look like it is in fact a love reading. And I would say that by this, you are most likely single. And if you're single, Pisces, there's somebody around that you've been talking to for a while. I would be very surprised if you were just straight single. Like if you like there's nobody even around. That could be the case. We'll get into that. But right now I'm really picking up on energy is like there's somebody around, but here's the catch. August, there could certainly be somebody new popping up with the King of Wands versus the King of Cups. Starting off with the High Priestess to the Seven of Swords, there's something about some secrets. This is a very I'm going to say shady combo, but shady as in you can't see it, not shady bad. There's just something a little bit tiptoey, a little bit private, a little bit unspoken. So it could be like an affair-ish, you know, it's kind of what I'm getting, especially with the Hierophant here. Could mean somebody who's possibly married. Don't shoot the messenger. I just see it in the cards. Keep it to yourself. But if that is absolutely not the case, it just definitely feels like there's something you're drawn to, or something that's drawn to you that quote unquote shouldn't be, or there has to be some secrets to it. It could be something along the lines, it does not have to be that they're married and you're sneaking around. It could easily be that they're like have a high reputation and they, you know, want to keep their relationships on the down low, not because they're hiding anything, but just because they don't like people in their business. It could be that this person is a different religion than you, and their parents are extremely strict, and they're going to choose you. They're definitely going to choose you, but they're going to have to ease into the relationship. They don't want to just spring it. It could be a different culture. Like there's something like that. Or if you already have a relationship or somebody that you've been dealing with, Pisces, you're with somebody who has not been very forthcoming about the feelings that they've had. I would say that this person has Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in their chart themselves. So they have some water energy somewhere too. If you're dealing with somebody like that, they have not been very forthcoming about their emotions, but it might stabilize. Here's the funny part. If that is the case and you've been dealing with somebody and their emotions have yet to stabilize, now it's going to stabilize, but I do think that you might meet somebody else, or your eyes might be elsewhere, because here's how these cards are coming out to me. So I hope that you can kind of know how the Queen of Swords is in the middle. You have this person. She's turning away from this person and she's looking at this new opportunity here. So if this isn't romantic, it could be work. You know, it could be work where you're turning away from something that you're emotional about. Like, you know, you could, let's say that it's teaching, right? Like you're a teacher. It's a beautiful thing, right? And you love the kids that you've been teaching, but you're turning away from your love from that kids to go pursue your passion, which is being underwater, a little bit of that. But for your love life, it could certainly be that there's somebody that you've been emotionally invested in and you have a strong emotion with them, but this other person presents adventure. They present like bigness. They present, you know, the unknown with the King of Wands. They're just a go-getter, where this person is more of a poet. It's like leaving the poet for the rock star. And poets and rock stars can be one and the same, but this is like a stereotypical, like, oh, I write and look at the waves and write poems, and then this other person is just like, wah! You know. So it kind of feels like there's a little bit of that. So Pisces, it does seem like you yourself could be very private about your love life with the Queen of with the High Priestess and the Seven of Swords. You yourself could be tiptoeing around a couple different people. I do want to say that both of these connections, in my opinion, especially with the Two of Wands, both of these connections lead to long-term potential. So with the Queen of Swords, you really have a decision to make. You might not make it in August, but you do have some options that are coming towards you, my Pisces, that both of them lead to long-term commitment between this King of Wands and this kind of King of Cups. I see it going long term, but eventually, of course, you walk from one relationship into another relationship. So it's like one of those things where you can't have your cake and eat it too. Not for long. I see you kind of playing in the field right now, to be honest, with this combination. There's nothing wrong with that. If there's no ring on your finger, then you single, as far as I'm concerned. But I do definitely feel like there's two options. There's two really valuable options when it comes to your love life that are going to be presenting themselves in the month of August, Pisces, which is pretty exciting, in my humble opinion. But also might be, excuse me, I don't want to come off as a player or whatever, but that's not really what's happening. It's just like you have somebody who's been dragging their feet, and now they're like letting you know how they feel. They want to move forward with you, and then you meet somebody completely new. So look at that. We have the devil card coming in. Yeah, the seven of cups. So you certainly, because it hit the floor. Um, yeah, I definitely feel like you should. Okay, here's where the sneakiness comes in. Be careful about who you're receiving advice from. There's something there's something about these connections, both of them, that you have to make this decision for yourself. You might go seek, advice from your friends, advice from your mom, advice. Keep this to yourself, because you might end up with too many cooks in the kitchen syndrome, where everybody loves you and cares for you, but your soul knows, especially with the high priestess. It's just like, deep down what it is that you want. Invite people to have that conversation if you're not willing to, if you already know what it is that you want, and just keep it to yourself. Think about it yourself, pay attention to the signs with them, and then that'll give you, the opportunity to kind of view life in the way that you want to moving forward. Yeah, the Empress, it's just like you have so many options. You're so attractive. Yeah, this combination. So we have a lot of Cancer energy. There could be a little bit of fertility. You know, that could be that too, right? If you're going between two people, spirit might make that decision for you, right? If you're not careful. So just be mindful, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. I really do think that you should keep these adventures to yourself. So August seems like a really adventurous month and kind of a cool month, Pisces, to be honest. It looks like you're going to be walking away from certain things, walking into new, like it has the potential to be a little bit stressful. There is going to be opportunity for healing here, networking, and meeting new people. And there also, August could be a good time for that on a work front. Yeah, this was really love driven. Yeah, so I just wanted to see if there was anything else, but I really feel like Spirit is telling you, I'll leave you here on this, Pisces. It does look like August is going to be a really great month for manifestation and bringing things into fruition. And I want you to know that your angels are guiding you. You have a lot of freedom with Temperance, Sagittarius, 9th house energy. You have a lot of freedom, and you have Aries energy here with the Magician. So I just really want to show emphasis that you have a lot of control over the situation. Do not let it control you. You have options. These people are coming up to you. Yeah, you popped up as the Queen of Swords in the middle, but you popped up as the Empress. They popped up as kings. I haven't seen the Emperor. So, you have the more power. You hold the most power right now when it comes to this phase. And I think that you have two viable options. They're completely different, though. They're completely different. One person is a lot more of that poetic soul, that writer, that deep thinker, and the other person is just really a go-getter, somebody who's adventurous and out. I'm not saying that the writer can't be a go-getter, but we all know sensitive souls are different from athletes. This is like you have your, what is it? It's like you have your your jock, which is the King of Wands, who's like, and then you have, your person who's like really into photography, that they're just different. They're different. Sometimes they can overlap, but sometimes they don't. So I really do think that you should play the field. Don't make any real commitments yet. Talk to people. There's information that's going to be revealed to you about certain people who are going to come into your life. And so just take it easy. But August overall, Pisces, looks like it has potential to be a very exciting month. So congratulations. All right. So I'm going to switch away from this deck. And we're going to move into this deck. And so now we are going to do Cancer. I'm hearing Cancer. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me. Hey, 10 people. Hello. I hope that you are enjoying the reading. Pisces, Cancer, 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 Cancer. What's going on for our Cancer people for August? First card out, we had the King of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, the Six of Wands. Hey, I like that. The Three of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups here, energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The Ten of Cups in the middle of the reading. We love that. The King of Wands making an appearance again. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. The Six of Pentacles, so you have two sixes. And we have the Emperor. And last but not least, we have the Seven of Cups. Interesting. So got a new deck and pulled a lot of the same cards from Pisces. That's really funny. So we have the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So different from Pisces, you seem to be dealing more on a logical sense. But I feel like, Cancer, you have a very winning idea when it comes to work and collaboration. So super exciting. So be open to share your ideas this month, this upcoming month of August. Cancers, because I really do feel like it's going to be in your favor. You have some really great ideas, and they're going to be able to overcome and open doors. Don't be afraid to hesitate. Don't be afraid or hesitate to apply for another job, to apply for a promotion, to ask for a raise. It seems like you're in a really good space to kind of level the playing field or step it up a notch depending on what you're trying to do. Ten of Cups, flat dead in the middle of the reading. Very happy overall energy. The Queen of Cups, the King of Wands. There's a little bit of a couple here. That can be if you're dealing with a boss or a partner, romantic or not. Oops, sorry, Penelope. I really do get a strong sense that you can kill him with kindness. And when I say kill him, it might not be like the worst thing on the planet. Like you might not be, fighting up against your life. But I do figure you might be going against a lot stronger of a personality than you might have, Cancer. Just because, and that's not a bad thing. Happy birthday. Sorry, happy late birthday, Cancer. But it does feel like somebody is coming in with a very dominant energy, and your best bet is to continue to be your kind, soft, caring, considerate self. That will win them over. You will end up being victorious. If that doesn't necessarily resonate with you, then I do see that you yourself, in fact, are stepping into your masculine energy, and that's when I said, ask for raise, get the promotion, whatever it is. You are fighting for yourself. You are overcoming obstacles. You are setting boundaries, and you are really doing some beautifully wonderful things. So that's a very exciting, Cancer. Really powerful reading. I'm proud of you. This is good. Let me look at this. Yeah, I just feel like you got to get what you deserve, Cancer. Hey! Oh my gosh! Hello. Sorry. Awesome opportunity for you, Cancer, to level the playing field and for you to get what it is that you're owed, to get what it is that you're due with the Three of Pentacles here. So really awesome. Congratulations, Six of Pentacles. Don't hesitate to step into your own masculine energy and get what it is that you want, especially when it comes to work. It could be in relationships and collaboration, anything that requires more people, and you have something that you want or something that you yourself need to stand up for. This is the month to do it in August, and it'll be successful. It'll be so successful. You'll be so happy that you did it. So pretty open and shut reading, honestly. So let's see if there's anything else. Okay, we got the Three of Swords, the Chariot, which is your energy, the Five of Swords, and the Rising. Okay, so this is Judgment. So again, there's been some major realizations. We saw that with the Ace of Swords being at the bottom of the deck. So I just feel like you have to follow your thoughts. Don't fight yourself. Follow your instincts. Follow your gut. You know what I'm saying? If you have an idea and it makes sense, follow it through. Don't just start and stop something, Cancer. That is not what Spirit wants you to do at this moment. There definitely could be changes in work, specifically if you've been dealing with a lot of baggage, if you've been feeling like you were cut out, if you've been feeling unheard. This is going to be the month where you set the record straight and you end up being rewarded for it in the long run. So strong emphasis on communication, Cancer. This is not the time. Love you guys. Love you from the bottom of my heart. I'm a Cancer rising in Western, so I say this with love. But now is not the time to be passive aggressive. This is the time to be aggressive aggressive. This is the time to tackle it head on and deal with it. It's brought to the surface, address it, keep it pushing. This can be in work and this can be in your romantic relationships. If you don't do it, then that's a choice, right? You can't continue to blame somebody for keeping you down full of that. But overall, I do think that August is going to be a very fruitful month and productive month for you, Cancer. Really good opportunities coming through that I'm super excited about for you. So yeah, let's move. So let's keep it moving. Let's move into our Scorpio friends. What is going on for our Scorpios? And then we'll be halfway through. Are there any news? If so, please let me know so I know what reading to do next. I'm moving into Scorpio. Scorpio, the Hermit. I'm the Hermit. The Hierophant. But I'm not going to take it quite yet. That's also the opposite of, it's represented by Taurus, so that's the opposite of Scorpio. So interesting start. But let's keep going. So I got the Five of Cups, the reading, Pisces energy represented here, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio also, and Ace of Pentacles. So I got the Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Starting off with the Five of Cups. So it looks like, again, you're having to, it's cutting out a little bit to be born again, you know. It's like, I feel like Scorpio, it's probably been so much going on at one time. But I do see a really cool opportunity for you here to come through. And I also see long family, those are around you. And you've been doing it, but this, and it looks like long-term family, this is long-term committed. This is signing a contract. This is moving in together. This is taxes, joint taxes, joint bank accounts. This is all that stuff. So it feels like if you've been in this really long phase of like, oh, nobody's been around, I've been lonely, I've been by myself, I haven't seen anybody, or the people that I have been with, I have to leave them. They're really jealous, or they spark jealousy in me, and I haven't been able to control that. It sounds like you're finally letting all of that go. You have a different perspective, and you know what you really want, and because of that, you're going to start manifesting that. So it looks like death, rebirth, and the rebirth is something super beautiful, which is really a long-term relationship that could easily lead to family. So it's interesting that all these are turning out to be love. So water seems to be focused more on love, but partnerships, even if it's not love, it does look like definitely a really good month for work, for you. Cups came out, so I said what I said. So this does look like it's going to be really a very romantic kind of month for you, where you're really focused on relationships, or where you have a perspective shift about relationships, where you see them in a different light. Okay, so be open for that, Scorpio. Deep down, that's what all of us want. Most of us, not all of, but most of us deep down, just as humans, want that type of connection. But because of things that have happened in the past, you could have closed off from that. But I do think that Spirit is presenting you an opportunity with somebody to move on to the next phase, or to take it more seriously, or to really talk about long-term commitment. What does marriage look like? What does ever after look like? Which is super exciting and very powerful. So we got the Two of Cups, the Moon, and the High Priestess. Interesting. So there, you could be easily, because this is kind of like going, this feels kind of Piscean, and I used it. So there could be something quite secretive to this, or you're dealing with somebody who, again, just has not been very forthcoming with their emotions. We also have Cancer So it could be dealing with another water sign. Long story short. Doesn't have to be. That's fine too. But I really do feel overall feelings, emotions deeply, but I just feel like but it does feel very passionate. So we have three major connections. This could be relationships and work, but I really feel like this is more romantic. I really feel like there's this very strong emotional here and a very strong desire, right? There's the lust, right? This is this I need it. I'm yearning for it. I'm desiring it. So I feel like there's like this oozing of the sensual energy, sexual energy person. This could be somebody that you energy there, so you might know them from work, but I do feel like there's a little bit of history there. You might not have been as forthcoming as you could be. Important, and it's certainly coming together. So that's exciting. So I would really expect a really deep, intense month and a lot of sexual energy. Could be dealing with a Virgo too. Could be lusting after a Virgo too. So that's what I'm getting for you, my Scorpios. So that's really exciting. So let's go ahead and sign next. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with Aquarius and then go through the air signs and then we will end. So let's see what's going on for our Aquarius for the month of August, guys. Thank you so much for being here. If you're still here watching the video, all 6 of you, I'm happy. I have to get into the camera because I literally can't see. So that's why I'm doing that. All right. So let's go Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. All right, what is going on with our Aquarius? The 6 of Wands. We like to see it. A lot of attention, victory, 7 of Cups. The 6 of Swords. So you got 2 sixes. That could definitely be traveling. So you could be traveling. It might be unexpected. You might not be expecting to. The Magician. Aries energy. Movement. So definitely travel. Definitely movement. It could be a quick trip. It doesn't have to be super long, but I get it. The 8 of Swords. So you got 2 8s, right? And 2 6s. The 3 of Wands, the 5 of Pentacles, and oops, the Devil. And we have the 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so 10 of Swords, bottom of the deck, Aquarius. There's a few different things happening here, and it's not necessarily good or bad because I can say you overcome it. With the 6 of Wands, it's a very powerful start. So whatever ends up happening, you overcome it. But I do feel like there's a lot of confusion and you're needing to get away. Like it looks kind of like you're moving on to something new, even if you don't know what it is. You have to get out of the situation that you're in right now because there's blockages or there's been blockages in the past, and now you're like, I need to live for me. I need to do what I got your back, and you're starting to look ahead. Even with the 3 of Wands, some of you could seriously be considering moving or seriously just be considering like a long-term trip to reset yourself, because I do feel like there's been a lot of anxiety when it comes to moving forward, which, wow, Aquarius, you scared? No, I'm just kidding. But we got the 8 of Swords and the Devil card. So there's a lot of hesitation about moving forward. Let's look at it to see what that is. What is the hesitation for? Because there's a lot of 7 of Cups. So this could be different for all of you, feeling like left out or feeling like everything is run its course, or that there's just the well has run dry is what I'm getting. Where you are, the well has run dry, and so now it's time for you to go somewhere else. My mother always has this line. She's just like, if you don't have if you aren't where you appreciate, then go where you are appreciated. It's kind of right. Think big. I do think that money in the past has been very difficult for you to keep up with You feel like you've missed some opportunities. And maybe that could be something that's been 4 4 8 8 6 6. So spirit is really kind of yelling at you to like snap out of it. You know, get excited, get excited about what we have in store for you, about what we want to do for you. Get out of your comfort zone, fixed energy that you kind of possess. But it does look like if there's anything about money, finances, you know, don't let that hold you back. I know it sounds crazy, but it's just like spirit is really watching out for you. The Hermit card. I do think that you, like I said, Pisces, it's time for you to think of yourself. Be careful about who you're asking for advice. Be careful about who you're seeking advice from, because this is really internal, and because it's scary about what it is that you're trying to do, people might not understand, Aquarius, what you're trying to do. So just being mindful of that. That if you know that what you're doing is going to be a little outrageous, and you know you have a friend who's just like anti-outrageous, don't tell them your outrageous plan, because what are they going to do? Say that it's a bad idea. Just do it, you know. And I say that I'm a rebel myself, so just keep that in mind. I've made plenty of decisions that I did not talk to anybody for. Oh, very bad connection. Hopefully it comes back. Can it? Can I do this number right here? I don't think I can do it. Hopefully the connection comes back. If not, then I'll have to finish this up another time. Can y'all at least? Okay, hopefully plan. Start making a plan for you to kind of break out of tradition, break out of the mold. That's what you're meant to be. That's who you are. So I'm definitely getting and encouraging you to do that. So that's what I'm getting for you, Aquarius. So let's go ahead. I'm hearing Libra. So let's move into Libra. I'm going to switch decks. Into your Libra. Hopefully this connection still works and we don't have that issue again. Okay, Libra, 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 Libra. You're just breaking this deck. I was like, what's the last air sign? Gemini. But this is Libra. Alrighty, Libra. Alright, so we're starting off here with the World card. Then we got the Two of Swords. And then we got the Four of Swords. The Page of Wands. The King of Pentacles. So here we have all the fixed signs. So Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. Then we have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo again. With the King of Pentacles being in the middle of your reading. We have the Five of Wands. All right, Libra, there's a lot happening here. The Tower card. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles. And then one more. The Knight of Cups. Okay. So Libra and the Nine of Wands. Oh, yeah. I was like, there's a lot kind of happening here. All right, Libras. I'm not sure if Libra females are the same way, but I attract a crap ton of Libra men. And one thing that I've learned about Libra men with love is that they can be quite indecisive. And I know that that's a cheesy and that's a stereotype and da-da-da-da. And so I want to clarify to be like the indecisiveness doesn't necessarily not come from knowing what the Libra wants. It's just the constant weighing of pros and cons, pros and cons, pros and cons. Well, I could do this, or I could do this, but if I do that, then it'll be this. But what if I do that? It's that type of like back and forth, okay? The reason why I'm saying this is because it looks like Spirit so seriously, Libra, wants you to close a cycle that you don't want to close. And I'm sorry to say that so violently, but it really looks like that with the Two of Swords and the Four of Swords. Starting off with the World card here, Spirit is just like, hey, I want to bring new things your way. I want to bring you new work. I want to bring you new love. I want to bring you all kinds of new things. But because you're refusing to kind of make a move, it's preventing Spirit from coming through. And I do feel like this has to do with work or just long-term stability or like a long-term committed relationship. So it does look like, you know, if you're meant to move on, move on. If there's something better for you, go get something better for you. So it seems like you're kind of following that Aquarius. So that seems to be like your air, the air theme. It's just like, hey, Spirit is sending you some really obvious signs that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, this is not serving you anymore. The Five of Wands is causing more conflict. It's disruptive to your peace. Go get where you can find peace. Don't hold on to things simply for the sake of they're just comfortable or because you're afraid of the unknown. It does look like Spirit is asking you to step out of that, particularly when it comes to finances. It might be that you're afraid to apply to new jobs and different jobs because you're used to the money that you have, but you're not fulfilled. So this is the month. August is the month for you, Libra, to seriously think about what that means for you, because there is certainly a new opportunity, a boom, a new opportunity. The World card, the Page of Wands to the Tower card, so an unexpected opportunity for you to travel, perhaps, to come through. An unexpected opportunity for you to meet somebody, for you to fall in love, for you to pursue a creative passion, for you to pursue something in the arts that can eventually turn to money. But you have to be alert. Don't not take it because you're nervous about what's on the other side. I really feel like this could be a month. August has the potential for like a really great opportunity or a missed opportunity, depending on how you look at it. So you're going to be presenting with something and you have free will, so you can say no. But I do think that it'll be a missed opportunity. So don't get too caught up on stability, right now, if Spirit is clearly telling you to take a leap of faith and for you to take a risk. Be calculated. I'm a random lady on the internet. I understand that. But with these cards are telling me, and if you're watching this reading, it feels like you're a little stuck and a little stagnant, and Spirit doesn't want you to be stuck and stagnant anymore, but you're going to have to like jump out the window a little bit, right, in order to get out of the house so you can go sneak off to that party. So that's really what I'm getting. But overall, a potentially powerful and positive month, depending on how you look at it. I just see a lot of opportunities for new things, open communication from work, from love, from romance, which is super exciting. The Nine of Cups, so a lot of wish fulfillment, dreams coming true. I picture a little bit of being able to tease your senses, pleasure yourself. Got the Six of Wands again, so victory, overcoming challenges. The Eight of Wands, yeah, the Eight of Swords, you have to overcome your insecurities and your fears. I really feel like that's what's holding you back, Libra. Is like you're thinking too much, you're not acting enough. And the moment that you start acting, you're going to overcome any of these issues. Yeah, Swords to the Double card. Your mental, don't go slave to your don't be slave to your thoughts, okay? We can control our thoughts, you know. That's easier said than done. So I don't want to be like I try not to be like this fake self help guru person. I try to be realistic. But when I see combinations like this, I have no choice to be like, if you're sitting there and you're going down this rabbit hole of like nothing works, everything fails, I don't know what to do, on like tenacity than you give yourself credit for. So I do think that there's a few things happening here that are really positive. The key being for August is to really monitor how you're speaking to yourself, how you're manifesting for yourself, what you're saying. Because what you use, tongues, words, sentences are spells. So if you're like, everything sucks, everything fails, I'm not going to be able to make it, well, then that's the energy that you're casting out. But if you're like, hey, I'm going to put my best foot forward, I'm going to try my best, and we're going to see how it goes, well, then that's what's going to happen, right? So being realistic about stuff. But I do think that you're not being realistic with yourself about how much you can take and how much you can stand on your own 2 feet. So be mindful of that. You're not giving yourself enough credit, Libra, is really what I'm getting. I think that that's a stellar reading. So give yourself more credit for the month of August, Libra. You have some really major opportunities that are coming towards you, that could lead to like some real honest new beginnings that you didn't even see coming, but they're going to be perfect to get you out of a stuck feeling or a little rut that you might have been in. So that's awesome. That's really awesome. So okay, now we're going into Gemini for our August reading. So we're gonna do a Gemini, and then we'll be doing our fire signs, and we'll be out of here. So exciting! Hi, hello, hello, hello. Thank you, thank you. Welcome. All right, Gemini. Starting off with the Wheel of Fortune, I'm going to stick it back, but I do see some major changes and shifts. Something's telling me that they might be a little bit unexpected, things coming through. Or, it's been something that's a long time coming. I've learned the Wheel of Fortune is a slow card. It's slow, okay? I've recently learned that myself. So, this could be something that was put into motion a long time ago, and it's now just coming to fruition is what I'm getting. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Star card, wish fulfillment, the Sun. I love it. The Ace of Wands. I love it even more. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm happy that it resonated. Thank you so much for joining me. Mwah. Okay. So the Ace of Wands. In the middle, we have the Two of Wands. So decision is what I just heard. The Knight of Pentacles making an appearance again. The Ace of Pentacles right under the Ace of Wands. Okay, Gemini. All right, Gemini. So this is a real wish fulfillment that could be coming towards you. This is awesome. I feel like this has been a long time coming, like I said, with the Wheel of Fortune. This has taken so long to come through. We have the Three of Cups here. And then last but not least, one more card, Spirit for Geminis for the month of August. All right, they just handed me a crap ton, so we're not going to deal with that right now. The Ten of Cups. Wow, Gemini. Great reading for August. You look like at the top of the August, you're a little closed off. The Four of Pentacles, I like this Four of Pentacles because she's like, she's kept up, she's cooped up. This is kind of what I talk about. You're protective of yourself. You're trying to keep yourself in your own, box. But I feel like you're breaking out of that, to be honest. And you might not, you're a Gemini. You might not have done that yourself in the past love, it turns out. Wow, yay! Thank you. Yay! We'll reach out again if you ever want. You know where to find me. But thank you for the positive feedback. I appreciate it. I'm happy that it worked out. Okay, Gemini reading. So it really does look like you're actually breaking out of this because you move right to the Star to the Sun. So this is Aquarius and Leo energy, which they're all standout energies, but for different reasons. So you could do something very niche, that you're going to be put into a spotlight for, something really different, something unique. For others of you, could definitely be for a performance with the Leo energy. It could be a mixture of both, but this is a combination of stardom, and it looks like it's coming after a long period of like having to stick to yourself or having to be indoors. So it looks like you're able to step into that extroverted part of you. Geminis. I think Geminis are extremely dual, so you can be for that, but true Geminis tend to be omniverts because it's dual. But it looks like for something that you've kept to yourself, like a secret or a hidden talent, so to speak, it does look like you're going to be able to pursue that Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and make money for it, and you're going to be known. So it looks like you could have the potential to kind of go viral a little bit if that's something that you do, if you're in the spotlight at all. But it looks like you're also going to be able to meet new people, network, socialize. The Knight of Pentacles to the Three of Cups. So your working network and specifically could be building or rising. Here's the thing, Gemini. Gemini, it does look like it's going to be a choice with the Two of Wands. I think I said Pentacles earlier, but this is the Two of Wands. Um, Choose to be happy. Choose the Ten of Cups. I feel like you've totally earned this, whatever it is. I feel like you've, I'm seeing four, so it could have been like the last 4 years. Hey! So it feels like the last 4 years could have been really tough for you. But it now looks like it's finally time for you to really pursue what makes you happy, and you're going to be known and you're going to receive some recognition for it. So Gemini, August, do that thing that you've been wanting to do but you haven't been able to do yet, because you're going to be surprised about how you're greeted and honestly how quickly that you garner attention. You might not go completely viral on your first post. I don't want to set unrealistic expectations, but if you're consistent in doing what you will, it will catch on. It might be really niche, you know what I'm saying? Like, it might just be like a few people who get it, but the people who get it really get it, and they'll really support you. And this is something that'll make you money, so you'll be able to live off of that. So this is an exceptional reading, if I do say so myself. If I do say so myself. That's Beyonce and Jay-Z, Drunken Love. In case you didn't know, but if I do say so myself, I really feel like August has a lot of potential to spark creativity, for you to network people who are in your field, for people who know what you're doing and what your thing is, to celebrate what you are and who you and how you contribute and how you've contributed to the overall success. So this is a really awesome month for you, Gemini. I'm super excited. Yeah, I knew it. The Lovers came out. But also that choice, which I was picking up from the Two of Wands. It's a choice. Choose to be happy. Choose to be different. Choose to dare. You know what I'm saying? The Empress. Ugh, beautiful. So we do have a little bit of it's funny. So, you know what? We have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords here. I feel like both of them are you, the masculine and the feminine energy. Perhaps you've been stuck, for lack of better terms, in your feminine energy, or you've been stuck in your masculine energy, and now it's time for you to kind of hop the ship and do that other thing that you haven't been able to be doing, that you haven't been able to focus on. It's funny because all this sword energy, so I want you to be decisive. Maybe that's it. I, don't think too hard about taking this leap, but be decisive and be sure about the decision that you make, is what I'm hearing. Think about it, weigh the pros and cons. Don't spend forever thinking about it, but be decisive. If you're going to commit to doing this thing that you wanted to do, you have to do it, and you're going to do it. And then when you keep doing it consistently, you're going to be the Empress, right? This is the Queen of Queens. You're going to be the Queen of Queens when it comes to establishing your voice or establishing what it is that you want to do. You got some beautiful cards for recognition, okay? And I'm closing my eyes and I'm seeing like rings, and that kind of, it reminds me of a little octopus tentacles. So a lot about, no, this is a stretch, but octopi are extremely intelligent, very smart, camouflage, Gemini energy, right? And they're very extremely creative and highly intelligent, and they represent creativity and multitasking. So you could have like your tentacles spread out, and people are going to be very impressed with you. So expand. Use your voice, share your thoughts. This is a very specific message. If you're thinking about doing a podcast or something, it looks like you would do really good a podcast with somebody of an opposite gender. If you're trying to start a band, you would want to use somebody from the opposite gender. Or gender neutral, I guess. Gender neutral is neutral, so you can't be opposite than that. But you understand what I'm saying, hopefully. Hopefully I don't offend anybody. But you know what I'm saying. I just feel like there's partnership to be done here. There's two. So it feels like you meet a soulmate, right? You could meet a divine counterpart. I do feel like this person shows up for you work. It could be work and love, to be honest. That could be sticky, icky. Don't say I didn't warn you, but I do see that combination with the Ace of Wands to the Ace of Pentacles here. But you're going to meet like your work soulmate, your creative soulmate, your creative partnership, but it's because you put yourself out there first, and then they're kind of attracted to you. So it's one of those things where I don't think that this person's just going to pop up on your door, Gemini. But I do think that you end up putting yourself out there, you receive recognition, you receive attention for what it is that you're doing, then you attract the partner that you've been looking for. Y'all come together and it's off to the races, is really what I'm getting. So really expand your horizons. Really great opportunity to network in August. great opportunity to get out there. Do not stay cooped up in the house, Gemini. Do not you and if you are cooped up in the house, use the internet to your advantage. Put your best foot forward and be consistent. If you can be consistent this month, you will get enough of a following that you'll feel good to want to continue it until you reach that level. So this is a great month to start. Stop sitting on your wonderful ideas that you have, Gemini. Stop sitting on them. Get them out there. Get them out there. August, get them out there, okay? Really exciting. That's honestly a super exciting read. I'm pumped. I'm a Sidereal Gemini rising, so I'm like, you see I'm trying. You see I'm trying. But let's go. Let's go. So now we're on to our fire signs. Let's start with Leo. Happy birthday, Leo. So it's going to be your birthday month for August. So welcome, welcome. Let me see. I'm going to have to do a deep shuffle for these guys. So give me a second. Please. Please. Sorry, I was like, I don't have glasses, so I can't see all those emojis, but I assume that they're great. But we're at the final stretch. We're in our fire signs, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. We've been here. It's sweaty. It's a workout channeling. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. All right. I said Leo. Leo. Okay. Leo, 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 Leo. Happy, happy birthday. Eight of Wands. For our Western Leos, of course. If you're watching it for Sidereal, it might not be your birthday. But hey, it's a Leo's birthday every day, right? The Knight of Wands. So a lot of fast movement. Eight of Wands, Nine of Wands, communication, talking. I feel like it's business, though. I feel like it's ideas. I don't know. Like, you're, like, talking to a lot of people about ideas. The Tower card. Okay. The Six of Swords. So some of you might be taking some sort of unexpected trip. Excuse me. The Nine of Pentacles. The Ten of Swords. Okay. They came out, like, back to back. All right. The Five of Pentacles. Okay, Leo. Let me look at the rest of these cards. But this looks a little bit heavy. But we're not going to assume. The Three of Wands, traveling for sure. The Page of Cups. Okay. Oh, well, thanks for waiting. Well, we're about to knock you right on out as soon as we get through this. The Page of Cups. And then we have the Magician card. So Aries. Okay. So control. Control. Shout out to Janet Jackson. I really feel like, Leo, you're taking control of a situation and you're having to do it this month and you're having to do it quickly and you're having to do it swiftly is what I'm hearing. Like, this is kind of like domination where it's like a quick coup. Like, you're just having to regain control, retake it of your life. You're really taking a stand for yourself. You're taking your money and you're running is what I'm hearing. For some of you, I really feel like most of you are moving on from something. We got Eight of Wands, Six of Swords, the Three of Wands. All of those are movements. All of those are changing. So it looks like you were like, I'm taking what I can. I'm taking I use this as an example. It's just like if you've been like cooped up in the house or whatever, you've been cooped up in a situation that you don't want to be in. It's like August is the month where you're just like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm taking my little cardboard box and I'm leaving. Like, I'm not going to put up with this. Seems a little impulsive, to be honest, but I don't think that it's bad because you go from the Ten of Swords to the Magician. So you're ending something abruptly. And this could be a relationship where it's just like you've been on the fence about this person. You're like, oh, yeah, yeah. And then for whatever reason in August, you're just like, this is not going to work. Goodbye. Like, whatever. It's not like you're ghosting this person. You're just like, hey, it's not you, it's me. I'm out. You know, it feels very much like that. And they're like, wait, what happened? And they look you up on social media. Next time they find you, you're in freaking Las Vegas, you know. You didn't join the circus, and that's just what you're doing because that's just what you felt like doing at the time. That's kind of this energy that I'm feeling, which feels super excited, feels super passionate. In fact, like, I picked up a lot of energy reading this. Like, I'm like, I don't know, I just got like this surge of energy. So I feel like you kind of get a surge of energy this month, which you should use to your advantage. The only problem that I see is that the Nine of Pentacles is in the heart of this reading, which is great, but fire energy can be quick. So you're going to want to get as far as you can with the energy that you do have before it fizzles out. You don't want this to fizzle out, because this is a very positive, this is a very powerful moment in time for you to again regain that control. You're taking your life by the horns. You're doing what you want to do. I feel like a lot of you are feeling like, I don't want to be I don't want to be babied anymore. I hate when people are just like, oh, you need to grow up. Like, I don't know why. I'm just like, being grown up is over freaking rated. But there is the opposite of that. It's just like where you're no longer treating life as a child. Like, you understand responsibilities, you understand certain things. You still want to keep your youthfulness, you still want to keep that childlike wonder about you, but you're not going to let people around you treat you like a kid. You're not going to let people around you talk down to you. You know, you're taking responsibility for what you feel is important for you to take responsibility for, so you can be happy whatever your next steps are. You're no longer living to impress your mom so you can put your, so she can put your report card on the fridge. Like, you've outgrown that, right? So I am seeing that energy here, which is again very exciting. I do think that this is definitely working in your favor. The Five of Pentacles is here, so something gets left behind, and it could perhaps even be you, where you feel like you're getting left, where you feel like you're leaving other people behind, or where people feel left up behind by you. And this could be financially risky, especially with the Five of Pentacles, can kind of be financial riskiness. But I do feel like the other side of the Five of Pentacles is there's help right around the corner, because they're in front of a church. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for donations, right, when we talk about church and stuff. So that kind of energy that I'm getting here. But this is a really positive thing, because you really are moving forward, Leo. You're moving forward in a really interesting and positive way. I feel like, again, you're shedding things from your past. You're getting what you want. You know what you want. You're emotionally stable. You're in control. You're just not going to be taking, oh my gosh, look at this. Love it. Love it. This Leo energy here, the Strength card. You're ready. The Two of Cups. So I do feel like this could be a little bit of a social month for you too, especially like going out. You might go out like once or twice, to have a good time. You got the Ace of Wands. You might go out once or twice to have a really good time. So I do encourage you to spend time with friends, either one-on-one, no more than 3 people at a time. That's just a rule, but no more than 3 people. Or this could be a really great celebration for you and your birthday. That could also be what I'm picking up. And in that case, go big or go home. But I do feel like there's going to be a positive celebration for your birthday. So make sure that you celebrate and bring in your solar return right, if that is what is happening here. If that is what is happening here. So I love that. I love that for you, Leos. So yeah, for August, you're definitely making the show about you. You're definitely taking life by the horns. You're taking control about things, and yeah, do it. Don't be bound up by anything. Is what I'm getting. All right, so we got 2 more. I really thought I had another deck out here, because I kind of gone through these cards are repeating. Give me a second. All right, of course we got 2 more, and of course they're just your last 2. But I don't want you to get like all the cards that are just repeating and get other people's readings. So give me a second to like deep shuffle, and let's get into it for our Aries and our Sagittarius, and then we'll be done. Deep shuffle. Deep shuffle. This is music for you. This is for you. Oh, sorry if you can hear that. My bad. Just cut off the sound for a second. The deep shuffle is just me like throwing the cards around, so. Okay. All right. Step 1. Okay. Alrighty, so let's get into our Sagittarius. Sun Capricorn. Hey, yeah, you got an interesting month happening, but thanks for joining. Thank you. Alrighty. So we're starting off here with the 10 of Pentacles for our Sagittarius. Sag for August. Hey, the Ace of Pentacles, nice. So really good for finances, really good for long term. The 5 of Pentacles. Let's see what that is. Thank you for having me. How's your day going? Oh, thank you. My day's going pretty well, actually. I'm happy to end it with y'all. Got the 9 of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm getting this. Your money's going to be fine, Sagittarius. I am getting that. So there is a lot of stress about finances, resources. You feel very cooped up. You feel like things are just coming out. Maybe perhaps you have to fix something. Like you're like, oh, my car is broken. That's going to be $1,000. And now the AC's out. You know, anything. It just feels like you're kind of getting money and then spitting it out. And so that feels like it's undercutting whatever your decisions. Oh, the sound is muffled? I don't know how to fix that. There's nothing in the way. Maybe it's the connection. Dang. I don't know. There's like nothing there for it to be muffled. Is it still muffled? I don't know. I don't see anything. Yes, true. Okay. I apologize. I don't know what to do. And we're almost done, so I don't want to end the live. Sorry. Could be connection. Okay. Oh, it's been bugging out all day. Technology just it does not like me. It doesn't. That's okay. I don't take it personally anymore. It's okay now. Okay, great. Thank you. Awesome. All right. So, yeah, so money has just been really up and down. Just in one hand, out the other. Robbing Peter to pay Paul, and it hasn't balanced out. August, boom, we love to see it. I was like, August could be a great month to kind of balance things out a little bit, and boom, we have the Sun card at the bottom. So I definitely feel happiness. I definitely feel like there could be, if you're looking for another job, if you're looking for another job, if you're looking to be able to save money or another sources of income, new streams of income, this could be a really good month for you to do that. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with your finances. Take it a day at a time. If you have to talk to somebody, a financial advisor, then do that. So you can get the control that you need, because I do feel like with the 2 of Pentacles being in the middle next to the 9 of Swords, this is something that causes a lot of stress, and it does not have to. I really feel like whatever it is with your finances in particular, Spirit is telling you that you have to get ahead of it. You have to take control of it. Better to deal with it head on, and you'll be able to get through it. So for some of you guys, it could be something like taxes, you know, where it's just like, oh golly, I'm dealing with these taxes and I'm nervous to deal with this. Like, don't let it fester. Just go ahead, deal with it. You'll be surprised that it'll come out. Yes, you might have to pay a little bit more. You might have to stretch your dime a little bit, but guess what? It'll finally be out of your hair. You'll finally be able to move on and live the rest of your life without this stress, without this dark cloud. So it feels a little bit of like that, but this is really focused on finances. You got Pentacle, 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 Pentacle energy. So it's focused on work and long-term stability. For others of you, if it's about long-term connection, commitment, this will be somebody that you already have been with. This could be somebody that you're married with, or you have a family with, or you've been with them for years. I don't feel like this would be a new connection. If it is, then this just might not be your reading. But I do feel like that's going to get a lot more stable too. And perhaps the partner that you have that you've been dealing with, they're going to be able to help. So closed mouths don't get fed is what I heard. So if you're around people, and it could be even a grandparent for some of you, but if you have a partner, you have people who are able to help kind of get you out of this pickle, this financial pickle. Ask for help so that you can get the money, pay what you got to do, and then move on. There's no reason to be stressed about this, because I see, and I mean this, Probably like one of the my financial fears are like, whew, they're bad. So it's easy for me to say, but I understand the fear that comes with it. Here's the thing: you're going to be able to overcome this situation. This is not a death sentence. This isn't a financial death sentence. Is what I'm getting. And so if you have people around you who are able to help and who are able to kind of aid you through this, then make sure that you do help out, so you're not just driving yourself crazy, pulling out your hair for no good daggone reason, is what I'm getting, you know? Yay, so I do feel like something is certainly going to be moving forward that's going to make you happy. It feels like you're able to clear something up from your past, and it's going to give you a certain level of freedom when it comes to work, when it comes to finances. I'm not really getting anything. I mean, it could be love, but like I said, I feel like there's a long-term commitment that you're already in. If that's the case, it gets stabilized. This person could help you. If not, if you're single, it looks like finances, work is going to be the main theme for August. Yeah, but here I am getting that don't be afraid to pursue. You know, we got double fours. Yeah, your angels are guiding you. Your angels are watching out for you. Yeah, we have the Knight of Pentacles. I really feel like Spirit is wanting you to tune into your own divine energy. There's something within yourself that you're ignoring. This is very specific, but with this thing, I was like, check fertility stuff, check um your ovaries and all that, and this isn't bad, but just like if you notice something's a little off and it can be fixed, go deal with it. I just feel like Spirit doesn't want you to dig your head into the sand. Sagittarius, this is something that Spirit wants you to really address head on, and there could be a little bit of pregnancy here, unexpected pregnancy. Be prepared for that. Okay, singles, so yeah, this makes sense. But yeah, but overall, it does look like Spirit wants you to be on the receiving end of help. Um, but you have to ask if you need help. And then the other part of it is just really doing the work that you got to do in order to address whatever it is that's been plaguing you or bothering you. And there will be a conclusion. I really feel like this works out so much in your favor. Oh my gosh, the star card, healing. So there's a lot of healing there. Some of you guys could also be receiving a promotion for work, so that could also help some money issues too. So you're definitely being recognized for what you bring to the table. So awesome reading, Sagittarius. So let's go ahead and get last but not least, pregnancy, unexpected pregnancy. Yeah, I did see a little bit of an unexpected pregnancy. I did see that, Sag. So just be aware if you're not trying to get unexpectedly pregnant. We got to be careful now. But I don't see anything being like, I don't know. I feel like for Sagittarius, August is more of a month that's happening in your head and you're worried about things and what's actually happening in reality. So you have to monitor that. Okay. So all right, let's finish. Last but not least, Aries. Hello. I hope not. Yeah, I'm like, who want that? Hello, how are you? Okay. Yep, Aries. Ah, look at that, the Magician. So we're right on time. Right on time, right on time, right on time. All right. Okay, Aries, Aries, Aries. Okay, I'm not taking these because I just started the deck, but Spirit is telling me this is telling me that there's a lot of blockages when it comes to, but it's out of protection. It's out of protection of not wanting to get hurt. There's definitely, that's interesting because it's out of fear, and Aries don't tend to be fearful. So let's look into that. But that combination was very strong to be like, I'm aggressively not trying to be in a position where I get hurt. I don't want to get hurt, so I'm not going to deal with that. The Nine of Pentacles here, yeah. The King of Swords. Ah, the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands has just been making a freaking appearance. I'm not mad. The Six of Wands is one of my favorite cards. The Page of Cups. The Hermit. Ah, these cards, this is so interesting for Aries. So I gotta see how this finishes out. Wow. The High Priestess. The Temperance card. So we have Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, all represented here. The Five of Wands. The Five of Cups. Okay. And we got an extra card, the Queen of Cups. And I kind of want to see this, the Seven of Swords. And the Judgment being at the bottom of the deck. All right. So Aries, okay, August looks a little heavy, but not heavy in the sense of like bad, but heavy in the sense of like there's some, again, somebody hasn't been very forthcoming about their feelings. I mean, it could be you, or you could be dealing with somebody who's a King of Swords kind of character, or somebody who's just extremely logical, they haven't been very emotional. It's normally a really nice compliment sometimes, but it looks like you're not on the same page. Like, it looks like you're not vibing with somebody. If you're single and all that stuff, it could be like a family member. It could be like a father. It could be an uncle. It could be a brother. It could be a cousin, something like that. Or somebody in your workspace, a boss, a coworker. But it definitely feels like a masculine energy that you're not lining up with. I feel personally that this has to deal more with something romantic because the Page of Cups is here, but that doesn't have to be the case. There's somebody around you who definitely has a secret admirer energy. You might not know this because the Hermit. You might not know this because this the High Priestess, the Seven of Swords. But it feels like Aries, and this is pretty specific and straightforward, but it honestly feels like there's something that you are taking as rejection that isn't rejection. It's just that this person hasn't been forthcoming about their information. So that's something different. But in August, all of that is going to be brought to light with the Judgment card being this underlying energy. So there are things that are going to be brought to the surface that you could have taken as rejection. And it could be for you, Aries, interestingly enough, you could be single for a long time. Or you could have been single, or you're just like single but you're talking to people but it hasn't really taken off, and you're like, how come I'm always single and nobody's ever like trying to be with me, or like, why am I always in a situation, It feels like this is going to be the month. It feels like this is going to be the month where things are made clear. And I feel like it's kind of for better or for worse. Like, for some of you guys with the Five of Cups here, it's a mixed bag. Some of you decide that like this person, you love them, you care for them, you guys are cool, but the conflict is just too much and you would be better off on your own and receiving something. Others of you are going to find out that, this relationship is worth fighting for. It's really going to be up to you. I know that I hate hearing that in a reading. I'm like, tell me what to do, but we have free will, so I can't really tell you what to do. All I can say is that it's going to be brought to the surface for you to decide what is going to be victorious for you. Because at the end of the day, Aries, it looks like you come out on top with the Six of Wands. Well, if you've been single for a long time, I definitely feel if you are in an environment or you work around people, somebody certainly has a crush on you. They've been not knowing how to say that. But if not, then, it's okay. Regardless, it just looks like you're moving forward. You're moving forward. And again, even if you have been single for a long time, you taken it as rejection, but it could be, or not, I'm not saying that you could have taken it as rejection, or you could have just rejected other people. And now it looks like things are going to be brought to light that are going to help you move forward into whatever seems like victorious for you. If it's a relationship that you really want, then it'll be a relationship. If it's money, finances, security that you really want, then it'll be money, finances, security, because the Six of Wands is here. So it's victory, however you define victory. But for people who are kind of in the middle of this dance, for my Aries who are kind of in the middle of this weird dance and you don't really know what's going on, it looks like it's going to be brought to light. So therefore, you can either have the relationship or leave the relationship. Some of you are going to choose to leave it with the Seven of Swords here. You're just going to make peace. You're just going to exit. But I do feel like this person could want to fight for you, right? Especially if you haven't talked to somebody in a long time, Aries. You could definitely... you could just choose that you're done with it, honestly. They would have to come towards you. So we have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, this is so funny. The Knight of Cups and the Four of Wands. So when I see this combination, there's something here telling me about a little bit of commitment phobia. Okay? So this could work a couple of ways. If you're single and you want a relationship, but you haven't been able to bring one in, really consider if you're afraid to commit. If you're dealing with somebody and they've been wishy-washy and you're like, why do I keep dealing with these wishy-washy people? Ask yourself, are you actually afraid to commit? And that's why you keep attracting people who are afraid to commit. You know, be realistic about what it is that you want with the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Cups. Because I think once you are realistic with what yourself about what you're willing to do in a relationship and how much you want to put into a relationship, that's when you're going to be able to be more specific in your manifestation. If you're a person who's like, hey, I'm a little bit of a commitment phobe, I know that, so I require a lot of freedom in my relationships. Okay, so spirit, please manifest me a dude who's like always traveling for work, you know, so where we're together but like he's not up under me all the time. I need my space, you know. Just knowing yourself of what you can deal with. And there's some people who are the exact opposite, who need to be with their partner every day. They enjoy that, they love that, that makes them feel safe, that makes them feel comfortable. So they want to manifest somebody who works down the street for them. It just depends on what it is that you're working, what you want. With the magician here, but it's all in your control. Wow, the Empress has been making a lot of rounds. So August, I do feel like, Aries, you are going to be receiving some sort of offers. I apologize if this ended up being more of a love reading, especially if you're single, Aries. But excuse me, I really feel like there's going to be quite a few offers that come towards you. New beginnings, right? You too could be traveling, or you could be going on like a little mini adventure. Again, it could be like something really short. It doesn't have to be forever. Yeah, I need my space too. I was like, I'm an Aries moon, I'm a Vedic Aries moon, and I'm like, oh, I hope that my man travels a lot. That's serious. Yeah, so when it comes to work, I am getting that work. Okay, there could be quite a bit of up and downs with work, but the Wheel of Fortune, something changes. I want to see what it changes into. Okay, so now we're backing up a little bit off of love, Aries, and we're getting into work. Do not stress yourself. I know that this is so specific, but don't stress yourself with work this month, Aries. I feel like there's a lot of just like, it's just hard. Like, people are not on the same page, and so you can end up getting swooped up in it, and you can end up just stressing yourself out. I would just like, and if you can take off a couple weeks at the end of the week, I would take off and just be like, I'm not gonna stress myself out for this. It looks like there's some things from work, some issues that need to be addressed from the past. It might not deal with you. It could deal with your coworkers and all the stuff, where there's just like, it's just not a peaceful environment this month. So I do see some major changes coming in from work, things, and it could be, I know this sounds crazy, but there could be something that was said in the past that was going to happen and it didn't. This isn't a really extreme example. I'm only using this example because it is extreme. I don't think that this is the case. But let's say, for instance, you were working with a business and back in March, they were like, we're going to have to do layoffs. And then you didn't hear about it ever again. And then August, they're going to be like, oh, well, now we're doing the layoffs. It could be something like that. I don't think that that's it. I don't want to scare you, but it just feels like something that was put on the back burner gets brought back, and it ends up causing quite a kerfuffle. But the good thing is it clears out certain energies with the Wheel of Fortune here and the Ten of Swords. So you got 2 tens. So this is an ending of a cycle. So this might again be a little uncomfortable for you, Aries. But I do think that if you keep your peace, don't let the miscommunication and the misfiring and this not working, don't let it stress you out. It could honestly be that spirit is just putting you on a different path. Wow, look at that, the Six of Swords, where like, if you wanted to do something, you thought that you're supposed to be at this job, and it just keeps being like, that could be spirit telling you, hey, it's not going to work out. And that's okay. I wouldn't stress. I know it sounds easier said than done, but I wouldn't stress about anything that happens with work, because there's something better for you. Spirit is trying to get you to go over there, you know, there. So yeah, not putting your eggs all in one basket, right? Okay. If that doesn't make sense and you're happy with your job and you've had your job for years and it's never been a big problem for you, then ignore that last part. But if you're kind of on the fence about your job and you're like, I don't know, and this month gets really crazy, take this as a sign to go pursue something else or to go do something different. If things that should be simple are just super hard, that's probably spirit telling you that it's not going to work out the way that you're thinking, and that there's something better, and that's something that you'll be able to do. And in that case, it could be something like that you've been trying to pursue since childhood. So this job didn't work out, so now you're like, hey, that job didn't work out, now I'm going to really take my acting career seriously or something, you know, or I'm going to really work on, you know, my day job and go home and really focus on this. I'm not going to be sitting up at this office until 8 o'clock at night sending off emails trying to impress the people who don't give a damn. I'm going to leave at 5 o'clock and go work on my, you know, collages and sell my paintings on Etsy, something like that. So yeah, so that's really what I'm getting. I think that that's it. I was like, I want to do just a little bit, just one more card. Yeah. Spirit is saying be patient. Um, just be patient. So again, Aries, August kind of seems like a bit of a mixed bag of a month. It's not bad per se. It really just depends on how you decide to handle it. If you decide to get stressed and overwhelmed, I say that like you, yeah. But if you end up getting stressed and overwhelmed, you can always take a break, take a step back. You don't have to just keep pounding your head up against the wall if it's not working. That's a clear sign from Spirit telling you that, hey, it's not working. This is not what we want you to do. We want you to pivot. So as long as you're willing to pivot when it's time to pivot, you should be good. All right. So that is what I got, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me today. I so appreciate you guys. I hope that this reading found you well. I'm gonna try to do one. I want kind of want to do a love specific one. This wasn't love specific, even though it came up a lot. So you have to let me know how this resonates moving forward. Hopefully, the people who click on later. But yeah, maybe I'll do a love one in August and kind of see a love specific one. And yeah. So that's all I got, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. Peace. Until next time.